Jamaica, the land of wood and water, widely renowned for its beautiful beaches. But what if I told you that many local Jamaicans can't even set foot on some of these beaches? Surprising, right? Today, we are diving deep into why local Jamaicans are being denied access to their own island shores and who is to blame for this growing issue. So, there is one time I met a Jamaican and I asked her why they can't access their own beaches for free. And it was like, when they used to be kids, they used to go and play there, but now it's like they are strangers in their own country. First, let's go back in time. Traditionally, Jamaica beaches were community spaces. Locals would gather, families would picnic, and fishermen would rely on these coastal areas for their livelihoods. But everything began to change as tourism boomed in the 20th century. And with the rise of luxury resort and foreign investors, some of the island's most pristine beaches were privatized, transforming what was once a public treasure into a gated paradise for the wealthy and tourists. But today, what was once public land is often reserved for those who can afford to stay at expensive hotels. So, how did this happen? Aren't Jamaican beaches supposed to be public? The truth lies in legal loopholes and government policies that have allowed developers to restrict access. So, under the Beach Control Act of Jamaican Act of 1956, the foreshoals, all the area between the high and low tide, is technically public. But here is the catch. Resorts have been able to fence off the land leading up to the shore, creating exclusive access areas. What does that mean to the locals? They can't get near the water without permission. And this exclusive access loopholes has made it nearly impossible for Jamaicans, especially those living near the popular tourist zones, to visit the beaches they have grown up with. But it's not just about the land and laws. The impact on local communities has been devastating. And from losing access to their traditional fishing grounds to being shut out of earning an income from beach tourism, local Jamaicans are feeling the weight of exclusion. What's worse? Some resorts have been known to charge locals exorbitant fee to access their very beaches they used to visit for free. And of course, while the locals suffer, others are profiting. International hotels chains and world investors are raking in money from those private beach properties, while the government often turns a blind eye. As you all know that tourism is one of Jamaica's largest revenue earners, contributing over 30% of the country's GDP. But here is the harsh reality. While the island welcomes millions of tourists each year, the locals are being pushed further to the margins. The government sees tourism as a major economic driver, but they have failed to balance this with the needs of their own citizens. The privatization of beaches is a symptom of a bigger issue, prioritizing foreign investment over local rights. So, what are locals doing to fight back? In recent years, we have seen protests, petitions, and growing calls from the government to reassert public access rights. And despite these efforts, change has been slow, and many fear that without stronger legal protection, the next generation of Jamaicans may never experience the island's beach freely. In a country known for its natural beauty, it's heartbreaking that many Jamaicans are being denied access to something so essential to their identity and culture. While tourism is important, it should not come at the cost of the people who call this island home. And as more land falls into private hands, we must ask ourselves, who is Jamaica really for? And what does it mean when the locals no longer have the right to access to enjoy their own paradise? It's time for Jamaicans to reclaim their beaches. And also note that the issue of public beaches access in Jamaica is not just a local problem, it's a global one. As more and more countries grapple with the tension between tourism and local rights, we all need to be aware of how these decisions affect the people who live in these beautiful places. And remember, this is not just about the beaches, it's about the culture, livelihoods, and community spaces. By staying informed and supporting local efforts, you can help make sure that Jamaicans get the justice and access they deserve. Let's make sure the future generation won't just hear stories about the beaches of Jamaica. They will actually experience them. And if you want to help raise awareness, be sure to share this video. Together we can push for policies that protect our local Jamaicans and their rights to their homeland treasures. So, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more deep dives into issues that affect our beautiful land and its people. I call Jamaica home. And before you go, stay tuned for our next video where we will be tackling another hot topic, the ongoing battle for land ownership in Jamaica. Who really owns Jamaica's land, and how did the foreigners investors get control over so much of it? You won't want to miss this. And a big thank you to all the Jamaican locals who shared their stories with us. This video would not have been possible without their courage and insight. See you next time, and remember, our heritage is worth protecting. Thank you.